Welcome to the Kill Count Parody, where we tell you the victims in all our favorite YouTube music videos. I'm your host Mari, and welcome to Season 2. Today we're checking out some of LuLuYam's music videos, which can go from 2023 to 2025. Real quick, I'm only talking about the ones that are in the visualizer playlist, as they have visuals. There are 5 songs that don't have visuals, and there's 15 that do. Anyways, here's a quick brief history on LuLuYam. Now, LuLuYam is a music artist who grew up in Florida around the 90s. She got into music at a very early age, and her mother noticed this and got her into music classes. LuLuYam would get into many music artists like Lady Gaga, Kesha, and Daft Punk. After high school, LuLuYam decided to make music. However, she struggled with it and posted it on the internet but didn't get much attention. She tried a couple attempts to make music again, but it didn't really go too well. She would also get into alcohol and deal with a bunch of mental health issues, which didn't really help her make music. But she stopped that now, so she's good, I think. It would be of 2023 on January 5th, LuLuYam would release their first music video, being Rest of My Life. She would continue to make more music over time, and eventually one of these songs went viral, being Roaches. Now LuLuYam seems to be living their best life, with a new song coming out soon. Recently had a concert, which went well, seems. I mean, it sold out in like the first week. And as well as a plushie getting released. Oh, and also LuLuYam is lesbian, as well as gender fluid. Throughout this video, I will be changing from she/her pronouns to they/them pronouns. Now before you ask, how is a video about covering 15 music videos this long? Well, my friend, lore. As LuLuYam has lore, which you can find through her wiki page. And there's even a comic she made, which is pretty good. I would recommend you check it out. I'm going to be referencing it quite a bit. And even though I looked on the wiki, by the way, there is a lot of information that goes uncovered. So anyways, let's get into this kill count. First music video begins with a title card! Hell yeah! We then get to meet our first character, Lulu, and she's not supposed to be looking like that. So I'll talk about Lulu a little bit more as we go on for the music videos. Just what you need to know for now is, well, she's a moth. Yes, that's a moth. And she's very toxic when it comes to relationships. Also, if you want to know anything about the dancing cat demons, well, I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't know what they are. But who really cares if I don't know about them? Look, they're just cute. Like, look at him. He's a happy boy. I should also state the song's meaning. It's pretty much supposed to mock anyone who cares about fame and money more than their actual self and forget who their true self really is. And I think the song does a great job of that, especially with some of the lyrics.
Sign the contract for my life. Take my blood and take my eyes. Teeth and flesh on dotted lines. My very soul and me and I want a life that'll give me purpose. Fans and lovers start to surface. Be so big that I own the circus. All you clowns are at my service. I want a life that's filled with green. Leaf and money if you know what I mean. White on my nose but on my sleeves. Who needs friends with chin like me? A lord, an emperor, a god, a ruler over all. My ego will not fall. A fake, a fraud, a phony, oh my god. Don't crack through my facade. Don't crack through my facade!
Also, maybe it's just the Kesha vibes or some shit, but I swear to God, when I first heard the song, I swear I've heard it before or it was like trending somewhere. It hasn't. Like, either I'm just imagining things or it's the Kesha vibes. I'm gonna go for the latter of the two, but like, I swear to God I've heard the song before. The next video begins with this blue clown girl who looks depressed named Lucifer. Now, just like Lulu, I can't explain her too much as well. We haven't met other characters to really explain her, I guess. The song's meaning is about having depression for a really long time, however you want to stay alive. And yeah, I can relate to that. Now, the song did originally release in 2023 on April 30th, however would get a music video in October 5th. As for the song itself, it's really good and really catchy. As I just said, it was relatable, and it has a really good beat. And why the fuck is this one of the very few LuLuYam songs that doesn't have an instrumental? Oh, and also Lucifer is non-binary, so that's cool. Oh yeah, in parts of the music video, we also see like a different version of Lucifer that's more humanoid. So this leads me to believe that this was Lucifer's true self before they died. Oh, also, in parts of the music video, we see Lucifer's human self, I guess, in water, most likely drowning. And at the end of the music video, we see Lucifer's real self in a coffin, crossing her arms and her eyes closed, so I think it's safe to say that she is dead and goes on the count as the first kill. The next music video begins with a warning. This is how you know it's going to be great. And this song is called Sympathy, and we see this guy named Richard who is missing, but he won't go on the count yet. And Richard is in fact Lulu's ex. And well, you remember when I said she was toxic? Well, Lulu is so toxic in fact that she wants to murder Richard for breaking up with her. However, the song's meaning is supposed to be the perspective of someone that got groomed or essayed and wanting to get revenge on the person that did that to them. And one of the lyrics in the song is pedophile predator, where are you? So maybe Richard did deserve to die. Now, I can believe that Richard probably survived getting cut in the neck a little. I can also believe that he survived getting stabbed in the back. His body flowing down the river in a sack. Yeah, he's for sure dead. Now Lulu is talking about breaking all of Richard's bones and laughing about it. Even dancing with Richard's body, that's kind of sucked up, don't you think? Lulu also decides to play with Richard's dead head, I guess that's one way to put it. And scaring the ever-living shit out of Richard, cause, you know, why not?
You better become well acquainted with the soil and maggots, your death dates and stated, cause I'm coming for you for the date that I waited. Put your head on my mental, want your cock silver-plated.
A chastity lock? Also, I love this part of the song. And besides some more talking about murdering Richard, that's pretty much it for Sympathy. Oh, and I also should mention, Lulu is in fact a yandere. You could say murdering your ex, but because they cheated on you doesn't make you a yandere. Ahem. Well, don't worry, as we'll find out that Lulu becomes very yandere later on. The next song is all about roaches. Also, this is LuLuYam's most popular song she has put out. The song is centered around an uncomfortable feeling of experiences when going through a manic episode. Also, the song, or more specifically the beat, is heavily inspired by Kesha's Take It Off. Here, have a listen.
Oh my god, it happens all the time. They start dropping things, get out inside my mind. You ain't nothing but no roaches. I know you bitches know this. I got you by the throat, sis. But not yet, buenas noches.
There's a place downtown where the freaks all come around. It's a hole in the wall, it's a dirty free for all. And they turn me on when they take it off. When they take it off, everybody take it off.
Also, the
Buenas noches.
line just means good night in Spanish, so the lyrics here are good night, yeah, good night. Also, I love how the beat sounds like those computers breaking back in like the 1990s or some shit. It's just funny to me. Also, these roaches are apparently eating Lulu's brain? Damn. And are also all over her fucking hair. And no, the roach doesn't go on the count. Oh, and also, Lulu can just survive a knife just in her head. You know, the usual. Just a flesh wound. As the song goes on, I guess the roaches become more violent and just keep attacking Lulu's brain. And I guess these roaches just pretty much live in her mind. Also, might as well end this song by saying, I love the visuals here. They are just fucking amazing. I love the art. Okay, that's all for roaches. Next. The next week's video begins with a moth to a flame. We then see our girl Lulu, and who the fuck? This right here is the moth girl Lucilia. And this bitch's backstory is kinda sad, honestly. She was groomed at 14 by a 20-year-old man. Her mother was an alcoholic and didn't care about her, and she had a lack of a father figure. And if you think Lulu and Lucilia look the same, well, they do. And there's a reason for that. And that is because they are the same person. And the same thing goes for Lucifer as well. And Lulu is madly in love with Lucilia, which, now that I said it out loud, that's kinda weird, because she's technically in love with herself. Huh. And in the Lucifer comic, highly recommend by the way, it is revealed that Lulu erased Lucilia's memory. However, she did mostly do that so Lucilia would forget the pain like her mother and lack of a father figure in the grooming, so maybe it was for the better. Anyways, back to Moth to a Flame. The song's meaning is pretty much someone who is unhealthy, obsessive, and toxic love. Ahem, Lulu. Also, yandere behavior. Anyways, the visuals for the song are really good. I love the art between the two, it's just amazing. As for the song itself, it's one of my favorites, not my number one, but it's definitely probably like my number 4. And I'm gonna force you to listen to a little bit of this song.
And if you want me to let you go, but I think that I should let you know that I take it kind of personal. You command, I will follow.
Also, I just kind of want to mention this, but there's a comment on this video that says me when my wife. Is he okay? Someone want to check up on bro? Also, just like in Roaches, this moth that Lulu crushes in her hand is not going on the count. However, that is a gory kill for just a moth.
Pesky bee.
I also really love the line that says, I'm an animal cannibal, change my name to Hannibal. Such a good line right there. I also really love when the visuals repeat themselves. Lulu is covered in blood this time. Now it's time to put this flame out and move on to our next song. This music video has someone's phone ringing, most likely Lucilia's, and why I say that, well, you'll see in a couple seconds. The song is centered around themes of alcohol abuse, the fear of repeating your parents' mistakes, and fighting and overcoming those woes. Also, to be honest, I almost forgot to include this song in here on accident, just because I kind of forgot about it. So, whoops. Okay, now let's get into the thing you're probably all wondering. Who is this new character we have here? Well, this is the character known as Mama, or the Mother. Now, we don't know much about Mama on the wiki, but this is literally just Lucia's mother, or at least a representation of her. So we see Mama at first in the Lucifer comic, and she straight up tries to kill Lucia first thing, and says, make me sick. Also straight up says that she regrets Lucia, and that she shouldn't even be here. Also, I already mentioned that Lucia's mom's an alcoholic, and the song starts off with a couple shot glasses. Also a bottle of alcohol, which how much is in that bottle? Then you got some of the lyrics that practically just hint that this is Lucia's mom.
Hypocrites always be saying the same thing. Do as I say and not as I do. Everything you deflect comes right back to you, yeah. Don't you ever compare us, you're serious? You're delusional, fucking delirious. Bet your ass I'm a toxic experience. Learn from the worst, don't you dare act oblivious.
You said I'm fucking crazy. You hate me when I'm angry. I'm just the way you made me.
Take that shit back, return to sender.
I ain't your fucking baby. It ain't no if or maybe. No love could ever save me.
Take that shit back, return to sender. No more, no more. Had the sins of my mother at my front door. Take a look in my eyes, constantly at war. I don't know who she is, rotten to the core.
So yeah, you see it. Also, I'm like pretty sure this is one of the only LuLuYam characters so far that the song explains the character better than the wiki does. Now throughout the music video, Lucilla as well as Lulu decide to stab Mama. Now on the wiki it does state that Lucilla will have many more encounters with Mama, but I'm adding her to the count anyways. Next music video has all these secretaries that are all like clapping and stuff, and they were made by a certain creature, or thing, or whatever. Who are they made by, you might ask? Well, Fennel. Hear me out. Anyways, Fennel is a very interesting character, especially when it comes to the terms of lore. I should start by saying she is LuLuYam's persona, which is kind of funny to say, because she kind of reminds me of Joker from Persona 5. Anyways, Fennel's backstory pretty much starts before the dawn of humankind, where she was born, and she knew nothing except her name. And this is what it looked like when she was born, and I read, that's one ugly ass baby. Anyways, baby Fennel saw 3 doorways. One of them was a large void world that had a lot of light, while the others were something else. I mean, one of them was made out of flesh, rotting metal, I don't even know how metal rots, and rust. The other was made out of just flesh and blood. Anyways, Fennel called each one of these doors, voids, whatever the fuck you want to call them, gave them each a name. One of them was called the Hollow, one of them was called the Nightmare, and one of them was called the Dream. She titled the Red Room her court, which is why this music video takes place in the Red Room. Fennel can just also kind of create things, as she creates buildings for both the Hollow and Nightmare. However, Fennel started to get very lonely, and started to use the flesh from the other voids to make people, or creatures more so. The first one Fennel made was Nicoli, who you might have seen pop up throughout the video maybe. But pretty much it was Fennel's first attempt at making a humanish creature, one way to put it. Nicoli's a centipede-like creature, and we'll talk about her more later. Fennel can also watch people from the real world, and she's practically just a god. Actually, I think it's confirmed that she's a god. Whoa! Go to YouTube and then go to LuLuYam's channel. And then go to her shorts tab, go by popular, and then hit the one where she's in the Fennel cosplay. Yeah, alright.
Speaking in the third person, Am, which is I, Am is satisfied with the sacrifice. He, that is to say I, will spare the village, his, that is to say my, wrath for today.
Holy shit, Fennel is literally just Am. No, hear me out. Fennel pretty much watches the realm, makes sure people don't escape. Well, dead people, pretty much. And pretty much does that with the 5 people he has captured. Then you got centipedes and a bunch of other shit. Holy shit, Fennel is literally just Am, and we didn't even notice.
Now you probably noticed that Fennel has 8 arms, but if she really wants to, she can just keep 2 arms. Also, because Fennel is LuLuYam's persona, that means she's also lesbian. Speaking of lesbians, this song's meaning, quote-unquote, is supposed to be a coming out song that LuLuYam made. As for the song itself, it is really damn good and catchy. I would recommend you guys give it a listen. The art here is also really good, and I just can't help but love it. Anyways, one last thing I have to say before we go. You can't tell me Fennel isn't trying to do that one Makima pose or do her best cosplay as Makima here. I mean, you see the similarities, don't you? The next music video shows our favorite yandere roach, Lucilia, and also Hatsune Miku. What? So yeah, Miku is a part of the LuLuYam lore, I guess? Well, okay, not really. She's not on the wiki, but in a way, she technically is a part of it, you could say. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could explain Hatsune Miku, but fuck that. As for the song itself, well, I did almost forget about it and didn't remember jack shit from it until rewatching it for this video. So, yeah, there's that. Now, by no means do I hate the song. I find it enjoyable. It's like a 7 out of 10, I would say. There just isn't really too much to say here besides Miku's in it, and I guess Lulu really wants to kill Miku. I mean, some of the lyrics do indicate that Lulu wants to kill Miku, or at least somebody. Maybe Miku had an affair with Lucilia. Also, I couldn't even find a meaning for this song, but what I could find in the description was something else. That is what the visuals were based off of, and it's kinda interesting. The first one was the Japanese game Yume Nikki, which looks very interesting, and the other one was Silent Hill. So I guess that's cool.
Okay, now we move on to an album by LuLuYam, this one being the Burnout album. It has a total of 6 songs, so that will pretty much lead us to the end besides this one video.
Now our next song to start off the album, I don't really have that much to say. I mean, the visuals are cool for the song, but there isn't, like, a lot. There's Lucilia running for her life. There's Lulu running for Lucilia's life with a knife in her hand, which, Lulu, did your parents ever tell you not to run with fucking sharp things in your hand? And then there's Lulu chasing Lucilia. Also, the visuals here are done by King Lyman Axe. I probably said that so wrong, I'm so sorry if I did, but yeah, they did a great job on the visuals, even though there's not that many, but it's still good. As for the song itself, well, it's pretty much like if Sympathy and Moth to a Flame fucked and had a baby. And that baby was The Chase. Now as for the song itself, I like it, don't get me wrong, but compared to Sympathy and Moth to a Flame, it just doesn't hold a candle to it. I guess one thing I can say is that the song starts off by saying, "We back in the nightmare," and I think it's referring to the nightmare realm, so that's cool, I guess. Also, this song ends with a roach as well as a moth, and I think this might be able to represent Lucilia and Lulu, but also I don't know if that's a moth, so this could be a stretch. Our next music video is a song that LuLuYam made, being dedicated to her haters pretty much.
Also, I just want to point out that there's a comment on this video that's got gender envy from it, which is funny. And hey, thank God I didn't get gender envy from this, because I already have a friend who gives me gender envy enough. You know who you are.
Also, you may think this character's kind of like a Fennel-like character, and you wouldn't be too wrong, but also you would be wrong. This isn't Fennel, this is Fennel. Yes, that's a different name. Now, Fan is a 36-year-old human who is a resources manager for an establishment that specializes in top-secret government affairs. She is also to be described by her coworkers to be very antisocial. And she lives a secret second life, I guess you could say, as a murderer. And speaking of murder, we also get to see not 1, but 2 bags, most likely with bodies. I'm gonna count each bag as 1 kill. Also, Fan really likes apple juice. Just a fun fact, I guess. Fan also kind of gets a little bit made fun of for her name, because it kind of sounds like Flan. Just another fun fact, I guess. As for the visuals are not really too special, but I like the little dancing. Also, throughout the music video, it will glitch out and show Fennel. And it should go as noted that both characters are the exact same height. Also, at the start of the song, LuLuYam doesn't lie. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites. But anyways, that's the end of this song. The next song is Take Control in the album, and it pretty much reveals that Fennel is an absolute fucking sex freak. Also, this is another song LuLuYam didn't do the art for, but instead it was Shrumiel Dupli. I might have butchered that name a little. Also, I might as well mention all the nicknames Fennel has. So, obviously there's Fennel, there's a Yam, There's the Curator because she created the realms or voids or whatever the fuck. There's the Mother because she created this universe world thing. There's CEO because she's a CEO. And also there's Fan. Huh. And if you're wondering why the Fennel songs are all so freaky, well, LuLuYam actually confirmed. It's because Fennel's characters represent heavy themes of abuse of power and unhealthy relationships towards power. Anyways, let's see how freaky Fennel can get.
You keep it deep beneath the spine. Oh, you wanna take a ride. Like the way you go down low. Touch it. Oh, I wanna take control. You want it, let me know. Sink deep into your mouth, through your teeth into your throat. Now tell your CEO where you want me to go. You want it, let me know. Take it fast, I'll take it slow. Said you like it when the woman's on top. Got you nervous when I'm holding my crop. Boots to the thighs, no, my ass don't stop. Keep them on their toes till the bones done pop. Tell me what my name is, say it out loud. Tell me that you want my fingers in your mouth. Tell me that you love me, say it right now. When I hear you beg, gonna push you down. Treat you like a dog, but you like it. Got your collar on tight, it's a nice fit. You be acting like a motherfucking half-wit. When I'm pulling your chain, I do not refrain. I wanna see you crawl to my feet on your knees, no stall. Kiss my leg, tell me what you want. I'm a DJ and freak shit, I respond. I'm your monarch, yeah, I'm your queen. I am everything in between. I am nasty, yeah, I'm obscene. Your submission is my cuisine.
You know, maybe Fennel really is Makima. I mean, demons, dog things. Yeah, I think this whole video just made me realize that Fennel shouldn't be on my Hear Me Outs. It's LuLuYam's persona, Makima. However, it's not as bad as some of the stuff my friend Fable has said. So later, one time they shouted on the motherfucking school bus that they would let Fennel lick their pussy until it's drier than the meat at the grocery store. I am not joking about that. They also made this cool Fennel bracelet. Pretty cool. And also this trans one.
Honestly, this song is probably my 4th favorite LuLuYam made. The beat's just so damn catchy, as well as the lyrics. And I almost fell asleep to it. So, there's that. And that's all I have to say about the song, because I already went on my whole fucking Fennel rampage on Divine CEO. The next song is all about Nicolai, which I already said was a centipede that was created by Fennel, and was also Fennel's first creation. Nicolai's main goal was to pretty much keep watch on people who entered the Nightmare Realm. So Lulu really hates Nicolai, maybe because she's trying to help Lucilia get out of the Nightmare Realm, or maybe it's because Nicolai keeps pepper spraying Lulu.
Pepper spray? That sounds delicious! I was wrong! I was horribly wrong!
Also, you may have noticed that Nicolai has multiple arms, like most characters in this universe. But she can summon more arms, more specifically, phantom arms. She can summon these phantom arms wherever she pleases, as long as it's in a 1-mile radius. Also, Nicolai can summon up to 100 of these phantom arms at a time. God damn! Also, Nicolai is canonically trans, confirmed by LuLuYam, which she also confirmed us on Transgender Day, so that's cool. And one more thing before we end off. How fucking tall is Nicolai? I mean, we know Fennel is 5'5" from the wiki, and I couldn't find what Nicolai's height was from the wiki. It might be there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But Fennel's like over here perfectly level with Nicolai's chest, like god damn. The next music video has Lucilia sinking down, drowning. Literally drowning, that's the name of the song. This song is also pretty much just like Cemetery Blue if it, well, it's pretty much just Cemetery Blue 2.0. Also, just like Cemetery Blue, Lucifer is here, and she's pretty much like a guardian angel in a way to Lucilia. Also, I probably should have mentioned this at least somewhere, like maybe Moth to a Flame, but Lulu does not like Lucifer at all. Mainly because Lucifer is trying to help Lucilia get away from Lulu. I can't tell if Lulu is just racist against these blue people, or just hate them because they have the relationship with Lucilia. Fucking yandere, man. Also, this song is really good. It's probably like my 2nd or 3rd favorite from this album. Also, the main reason Lucilia is drowning here is because it's referencing her death in the Lucifer comic. So I guess that means I have to add Lucilia to the count. Next song is Paragon. I like the song, but I really don't like the start. It's fine, it just sounds off. But besides that, the rest of the song is really good. And some of the visuals remind me of Moth to a Flame. Anyways, this is another one of those love songs, quote unquote, between Lucilia and Lulu, so pretty much not much to say. Also, with all the background changing and as well as the colors, it kind of makes me feel like I'm on a drug trip. Or at least what I would imagine a drug trip's like. Not that I've been on a drug trip. But overall, this song is pretty good, and I like the flow to it.
Being light in the dead of night, like a full ashtray with the sight of wine. Your divinity lives through my mind. My existence is your paradigm. Without you, I can't go on. You're a guiding light to which I'm drawn. When you touch my face, I know I'm gone. Your existence is a paragon.
The final song begins and we get to see Fan again. Yay! And Fan's gonna do what Fan wants to do, that being murder. Or getting murdered by a fork on top of some flan. That's... wow, what a way to go out. Anyways, the beat for this song is fire. Take a listen. Also, this is my favorite verse in the song.
Feel like flame cause I jiggle like pudding. You ain't ready for the meal I'm cooking. Took a while just to find my footing. Now got them talking and I got them looking. Got my knife, I won't tell you twice. Bit up on me like white on rice. Got me out here looking clean and nice. Little dirt on the knees, it done cleared the ice.
Also, the Call Me Psycho Killer cause I'm living in a thriller line is also really damn good. Emily's Fan grabs her axe and decides to do some murder. Well, we actually don't see her do murder, but I'm assuming she was gonna murder. Also, she's got money on her mind, and also repeating mind could be a reference to roaches, but that might be a stretch. We also see Fan getting ready to swing her axe at these creatures, or whatever, which they might be dead, but I'm not adding them to the count as we don't see any bodies. Also, these creatures look very, very similar to this thing behind Fennel in this picture, which I still don't know what the fuck they are. Anyways, after repeating the word dance, I think she might want to dance. The music video ends with Fan or LuLuYam pretty much not knowing how to end the song, so they pretty much just close it and say bye.
How many people died in these music videos? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Is that a roach? I counted a whopping 7 kills in these LuLuYam music videos, the victims being 3 female, 1 male, 1 non-binary folk, and 2 unknowns in those bags. That gives us this colorful pie chart. With a total of 15 music videos, that gives us a kill on average every 2.14 music videos.
Winning Fireflower for the coolest kill will go to Richard. I mean, we practically watched this dude get murdered throughout the whole entire music video. And in a way, it's kind of fucked up how Lulu just dances with his body and holds his head. Quite much for the lamest kill will go to those 2 bodies in the bag, as I mean, their bodies in a bag, you don't really get to see much, and there's not really much to go off of. Singing Superstar for the best song will go to Cemetery Blue. It's one's really good. I love the beat, love the flow, love how it's a depressing song. Definitely one of my favorites. Well, is my favorite. Honorable mention goes to Moth to a Flame. It could honestly beat this one in the future if I give both of them more listens, but as of now, Cemetery Blue wins.
Whew. That's finally it. These LuLuYam music videos started in 2023 and are ongoing until 2025. A new one coming out soon. Holy shit, this kill count was kind of stressful. Like, I could have easily just made this kill count very, very short if I wasn't to talk about the lore. But I did, because, you know, it would have not been that much fun if I wasn't talking about the lore. And plus, you kind of need the lore, because it makes you understand the characters a lot more and what's going on. And yeah, I recommend you all read the lore, because like I said, there was probably a lot that I missed and didn't even cover. So yeah, I did actually tease the next kill count and know it's going to be. I teased it during Divine CEO, so if go back there. What is touching my fucking leg? Not a spider, there was some fucking thing. It was a tag. If I was a spider again, there's been like spiders popping up in my room. I might be dead. If I don't post for like a year, I'm dead, by the way. The spider got my ass. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a blast doing this kill count, but also it was really stressful. Yeah, Divine CEO, if you go back there, I had teased it. What's next? You gotta find it. All I'm saying is Divine CEO. See y'all next time.
Hey, by the way, just a quick warning. Today is the last day to ask questions for the Q&A, as it's going to come out tomorrow. So if you have a question, ask in the video.